Welcome back to Seamless Xtra as we continue to explore the latest trends and innovations in the world of digital commerce.
Hello everyone, I'm Mark Dowdall, the editor of Seamless Xtra. I'm here with Sateesh Kumar, the head of Digital Transformation Office at Societe Generale. Sateesh, as head of digital transformation, that's a really important role in driving forward innovation. What are some of the key challenges in keeping up with just the rapid pace of change? Maybe you can just tell me a little bit about that.
Sure, Mark. So in terms of the key challenges we face is on a day-to-day basis, it's more about improved efficiency and increasing productivity within our teams and departments, primarily applying technology in terms of the latest trends which are out there, and see how we could internalize those technology efficiencies so that the whole organization can be benefited. So this goes on as a journey. It's not a one-stop shop where you could really crack at it in one single go. It's an ongoing journey, and it's exciting.
Now, over the next 12 months, I'm sure there's an awful lot more going to happen in this space. What are some of the trends you see in digital banking?
So primarily, machine learning is one area broadly known as artificial intelligence. That's one key area where we want to invest more heavily on. And here it's not a specific use case, but to see the overall processes within the departments to see how we could automate the business decisions involved. It's no longer a specific requirement which used to exist where we would codify that into a software. Now we want to translate wherever the bottlenecks are currently within the departments to see how we can move that and automate it to a point where it becomes more empowering.
Now, one of the things you just spoke about at your panel was about engaging the customer. And I think AI and data analytics is really important for this. Can you tell me a little bit about how you're using this to hyper-personalize the customer experience?
So primarily, given the record time, low cost in terms of compute power, and record low time cost in terms of storage of data, we have a huge opportunity in terms of tapping to the wide amounts of data which is available at our disposal. So here we are really looking at the customer journeys which always existed, but now we are able to contextualize the customer journeys, wherein in traditional ways, if you were trying to give them the latest and greatest information, now you are able to give real-time information because of this compute power and give the information which would have been possible a day later or 2 days later or a week later. So right now you are able to summarize that information, thereby you are able to port the customer from one channel to another channel, like whether you were on web, but you are not able to continue that interaction on a mobile, or you could move in to a different experience altogether, but your state of query is not changed. So you are able to maintain that. So I think hyper-personalization here really is the word where you are able to contextualize and improve the stickiness of the overall transaction. If I were generally using the bank for just drawing money, now, based off my patterns, I'm being recommended a mortgage or an automobile loan. So these all contexts really play into wherein I don't need to really hop on for a new request for other areas where the bank becomes the go-to place for all of the queries.
Can I just ask one other thing then? As head of digital transformation, when you're deciding about your strategy and making the next move, how do you decide which new technologies to take on, which new technologies that maybe it's not quite worth the investment at this time?
So I think it's always a big problem in general to decide that. But then for me, it's more about the strategy. The organization should know the why, where they are headed, and then it becomes easier for we in terms of aligning to those agenda. So I would always push for the overall strategy to see how we are really going there in terms of a journey. But otherwise, if there isn't any such vision, I would say you need to go use case by use case to understand what exactly is at stake, and then leverage what resources we currently have as a company. Because sometimes the cutting edge technology may be a good answer, but for lack of skill set within the organization, it may become a huge cost proposition. Thereby, it nullifies the overall return on investment which you have. So then you may have to compromise to an alternate option, which may not be cutting edge, but still will yield long-term results from sustainability.
Sateesh, I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you for having me here.